Under the same moon, we share the love. Embracing the differences like hand in glove. Spreading peace and joy, it's a beautiful sight. Together we shine in each other's light. And why do we stand in love's pure might? Watching the world share in love and light. Hearts beating as one in our peaceful flight. Colors of harmony painting the night. United we stand in love's pure might.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to Watching the World. Tonight we have so much in store, a lot of updates in regards to Nancy Guthrie. Finally, we hear something new. Can't wait to get into that. Tonight is the night that we share with Mama Flips. We look forward to all the things she has to say. Let's bring on Mama Flips. Welcome in. How are you?
I'm okay. How you doing? Thank you for welcoming me in. How you
All
doing?
right. Quite well, quite well. Could you just give us a little update on what's happening in regards to the cases you're covering?
Well, I'm just covering and just finished the Alexander brothers case, and they were found guilty
Okay, found guilty. All
on all
right.
charges. On all charges. I felt sad. I felt sad for the wife. Even though I was celebrating and enjoying myself with it, because I was hoping for that with Diddy. I still holding it hard against the juror for making that bad mistake, but at least I got the brothers. Sometimes you just got to be grateful for what you could grab in the universe and be happy. So they got guilty for all that. But the joy that I saw when Mark Agnifilio was so unhappy. I don't even understand the joy, because he tried the same tactics that he did with Diddy. He tried to be one of the boys, one of the friends, try to explain away that, oh, just because you saw them grape a 17-year-old or
But
violate, I have to remember you said violate a 7 doesn't mean that they're bad. This is why I'm having a good time. Don't pay attention to the video. Don't pay attention. Don't look at the video too hard. That because she's unconscious doesn't mean she didn't participate. You understand what I'm saying? So they were found guilty. I am so happy I'm able to relax for a little while. And then up next, the next case that's coming up. And yeah, we'll go from there.
all right. So the Alexander brothers, they were quite rich, wealthy men.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think deep down inside they felt like they would walk?
I think they felt like they were going to walk, because almost every single time that they actually was there, you could see that that the defense was kind of relaxed. I didn't understand. This is why when I told you that I wasn't 100% sure, and I knew they were guilty based on the receipt and everything that they showed, the video and everything. I knew they were guilty, right? But I wasn't 100% because we just went through Diddy, but also their confidence. I mean, literally, Mark and the video and the defense were just walking around like they had no worry in the world. I think there was only one lawyer with the long curly hair. He was kind of worried, but everybody else was like a they were coming to a club. Like they this was just so relaxed, fighting each other in the back, talking, But that last day though, because I didn't know they was gonna be a verdict on Monday, and I was worried because Tuesday I had an all day meeting, so I didn't want to miss it. So I walked in late because I kept an eye on the news to make sure, the news feed to make sure of the verdict. So I said, let me go in the afternoon, and I sat there for over an hour, and it was getting to like 5:15, and unlike Friday where the court clerk came and said, oh, the jury said they're not going to come up with a decision today. They want to leave. I think it was around 3:30, and the judge told them, okay, we're going to dismiss you at 5. We didn't hear anything, so we were just waiting, and the reporters were looking at each other, talking to each other, and then we saw the clerk come in. So it's like, I'm like, okay, well, that means that they don't have a verdict. But then the judge came in, And then I started seeing the defense come in and the government came in. Nobody said a word until the clerk, right before the judge came in. He's like, "We have a verdict." I'm like, we all stood up. We have a verdict. I'm like, we have a verdict, because I didn't want to miss the court the next day. So anyway, but I still was nervous. I was like, Lord, because. But Mark did say when he walked in, he's like, what's going on? Like, he was talking to, when he ever come in, he talked to the artist, and he's like, he was frustrated. He's like, what's going on? They take too long. I'm like, oh, that's the first time I saw him not cool. He's cool. He doesn't say anything and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, he's
Right.
nervous. Then Tinny came in. She was quiet a little bit. She wasn't as chipper as she was. So anyway, they all came in, and you could see he's nervous, because when he's nervous, he put his hand in his pocket and he kind of walked back and forth. But it was like so serious. The defense was like serious, right? I didn't see that before. So everybody sat down. The judge came in. The judge gave got the note from. But when the jury came in, nobody looked at them. All right, nobody looked at them, and there was this one black brother. I don't know if you remember him, that had long braids on, and he wasn't even smiling, because every time I see him, he kind of looked chipper, like, a little smile on his face. He wasn't smiling. I was like, oh shoot, this is serious. So when they all sat down, they gave the note, and then the I think the forewoman came in, and she was like, guilty. I'm like, yo, guilty, 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 guilty. I was writing guilty, guilty. I was like, yes, 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 yes. It was just crazy. And after that, once I was like, because you can't say nothing, you can't react. So I'm putting my head down, because I don't want too many people seeing me smiling at these things. So I'm putting my head down. But then I could tell the parents were very stoic. One thing I could tell you, the parents is very poised, very stoic. You could see that they're I don't want to say class, but I guess class, because you created like 3 monsters, right? But they were very polite and very poised. And whenever they say thank you, they move aside when you need to sit down next to them. So they were very like that. So all of a sudden the mom kept her head straight, and the dad, because I believe that's a mom and dad, but I don't know who the rest of them are. I just know the mom and dad kept their head straight. And then one of the, whoever she was, I don't know if it's auntie or mother-in-law, whatever, she put her head down. And then after that, she started rubbing the mom's shoulder and stuff like that. But you could see she's still stoic. Nobody's really reacting except for the wife. I think it's the wife of one. She was upset. She was like this, like, oh my God. I don't know if she was crying, but she was so upset. And that's it. The boys, actually, I knew that they were nervous, because the twins, especially one of them, had their head, even before the juror gave the testimony, as soon as they came in, they talked to the mom, and then he just had his head down like the entire time. And the other brother normally sits up, but he had his head a little bit down. So I know they're in shock, because they didn't have too much to say. After that, they took them out, and then they spoke to all the lawyers spoke to the parents and said, we'll be back, stay here. And they all went to the back with their client. And then when they went back to the client, they asked us to leave, because the judge told the jury, thank you for everything that you're going to do. I recommend that you do not speak to anyone, because you're anonymous. Let's try to keep it that way. But if you do speak to a reporter, make sure you don't share other person's information. And then they left. The judge left, and that was it. They asked us to leave. But we did wait outside, and I did get what, because I don't know if I sent it to you. I'm sorry. I thought I would, but it was so low. I did get what at the end of the day, the defense came outside and spoke to the reporters, and I did get the clip, but it's really, really low, right? And pretty much she was saying that, we're very disappointed about the verdict, but we do have some choices, and we still believe in our clients, and we're going to pursue other choices in order to prove that they're innocent. And pretty much that's it. And they asked, how's the clients? One reporter asked, how's your client feeling? They're disappointed, but we told them that we're going to continue to fight for them. And that was it. It was very short and sweet. It was like maybe 4 minutes. And after that, they left. But Mark was out of here. Like, all of a sudden I turned around to, because people were trying to ask questions. He was gone. I'm like, where you went? Like, he was like, I've never seen an old man walking. I guess he's not that old, but he was gone. He was scattered. So I'm wondering if he's gonna still have Harvey's, because Harvey hired him, right? So I wonder if he's still gonna have the job with Harvey after they find out that they were found guilty on every charge. Every charge. I was like, yo, I need
What
that.
about Luigi Mangione? Do you think it makes him feel any better?
I don't know. I don't know, but it's Karen. His wife is the one that's actually really handling the case, not him. So I don't think anybody's gonna feel better after this one. I mean, I think that he was on a high, like he was like really on a high, but the same tactics that he used with them, it didn't work, because the fact is, one of the things I think I told you is that they tried to trick one of the juror, the youngest one, and they asked her several questions about would she recognize the twins. Now I knew there was some trick there somewhere, but I couldn't figure it out, right? Until when they were given the summation, they were like, oh, and Miss Brooks, because that's what they call her, she sat here and she stated that she could recognize the twins. She confirmed over and over again. But guess what? We gave her the picture of like Olan, right? It wasn't Tal. We gave the picture of Olan, and she testified that that was actually Tal that was with her when it was Olan. And I looked at them, I'm like, yo, are you guys stupid?
Okay, it looks like I'm not sure what's happening. I think we may have lost her. Do you guys see me? Do you see her? Tell me in the comments. Sometimes it's a little bit tricky. Am I frozen? Is she frozen? Are we both frozen?
Yes.
Here we go.
Was it me or you? I don't even know who froze.
I see you frozen, but sometimes it's the internet, so who knows? We need the audience. The audience. I'm waiting on one person to just tell us who froze. But
Right.
anyway, go ahead. Go
Did
ahead.
you guys see
Keep
us?
talking.
So as I was saying that, I was like, are these people silly? It's not gonna work. I see you, Mel. So I guess they didn't see me. I said it's not going to work.
Thank you. Thank you, James. James is right on it. Thank you.
James, do you see me? I said it's not going to work because the fact is, if you look at both brothers in the court, they look exactly alike. They look exactly alike. So I don't know what technique. Yes, you see, but thank you, James. I don't know what technique they were trying to play around. I said because maybe when they were younger you could play that, but they literally are twins. So it was like identical twins. So it was tricks like that they were trying to play with the jurors, and the jurors were not having it. It was too much evidence there, too much tape, too much recording. Even if they wanted to put doubt on the jurors, it was the judge allowed a lot of receipts to come out, a lot of receipts. Unlike the Diddy trial, they kept on throwing receipts out and stuff like that. The judge was not having it. They allowed all the receipts. You know what I mean? So yeah, so that's what happened.
All right. What did you think about his parents, the parents after the verdict came in? Any thoughts?
Well, I didn't see them. I don't know. I think they probably went through the back or outside, or they probably waited for all of us to leave because I left. But I could tell, like I said, they were very stoic. I did not see them react at all. They just made sure that they face forward and stuff like that. So I know they're probably devastated with what happened. I mean, I feel, like I said, I feel bad for them because you could tell that they were hurt by it, because can you imagine the children that you want? It's not even one child. It's not two. It's three boys. At least they have the older son, and the older son is probably decent. Or if he's not decent, he wasn't caught out there. But can you imagine having four sons and three of them are wicked or evil? And they've been, because I was told, I wasn't there, but I was told that sometimes the parents would get up and leave the courtroom when they got too graphic. But can you imagine that? So I feel really bad for them. I feel empathetic, but I know they're going to spend every dime they can to save to appeal it and to save their kids. They're not playing with none. They're not playing with us. They're not playing with us. They're like, nope. They're going to spend all kind of money. I think what Mark should have done and the lawyer should have done is try to get them, plead them out. That's what I think. I think it would have probably benefit them if they plead them out. I mean, it could have ruined their career, but the fact is they're billionaires. Take a few years, right? Pay out some money and go live your life. But you guys wanted to act like, yeah, like I don't know what they were thinking. I don't know what it
Right.
was just too much evidence. It was just too much. It was crazy. So yeah. So
Okay. So just so you know, we have breaking news
what happened?
for Nicolas Maduro. He's reporting that he's in a tiny cell and he wants the word to get out to his family that he's being mistreated here in Brooklyn, New York. So
Um,
that just popped out. So we have to see.
mhm,
Also, Harvey Weinstein, he's complaining. Also, breaking news. Wow,
mhm,
both of these came out at the same time. He says that the prison is unbearable.
mm, mm.
So life can lead you down the wrong road if your behavior is not so great, right? Let me ask you a question. What do you think about the new reports that Iran has plans of striking California?
I wish Iran would stop playing around with the blue states. I'm sure that there is a place. I mean, they should know where they need to go and stop playing around with the blue states. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that I want anybody to get hurt, but I would prefer that they concentrate on the specific areas that and stop leave the rest of us alone. Just leave us alone. Don't come. I would prefer they do not come to the United States of America, right? Because I don't want anybody getting harmed, even the GOP, the Republicans, decision makers. I don't want no one to get harmed, right? I want to make sure that I say that first, right? Because I don't want anybody to misinterpret my words, right? However, leave California and New York alone. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm putting. I'm not even gonna say nothing else except for leave us alone, the blue states. That's all.
Right. What are your thoughts about the red states?
I would say leave the blue states alone. I don't want them to come out. I wouldn't. I don't want them to come to the United States of America. I don't want them to come to the United States. I don't want nobody to get hurt.
Okay,
But
so
if you were to ask me, leave the blue states alone. I mean, that's all I'm saying. I'll leave it alone. I'll let it lie right there. I'll leave it alone.
you are hardcore blue, right?
I am.
What do you think conditioned you to be so hardcore blue?
Because I believe the Democratic Party cares more about people and do more people, whereas I'm not even talking about the racism, sexism, xenophobia that showed up after Trump came out and wanted to run for president. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about prior to that. I just think that Republicans are more about taxes and making it on their own, and and grabbing money everywhere you can, and they don't care about helping people. That's how I feel. So I feel that Democrats are more willing to help with Medicare, help with breakfast, schools, help with yeah, medical coverage, just in general, just help with society. Cares about racism, cares about the fact that there are very bad individual that's violating. um I'm trying to keep it clean because I know you're on the on your show, but I just think that the Democrats just care more about life and people, whereas the Republican don't. They just care more about making money and taking care of their own people, right? And that's it. So that's just a difference for me.
Okay, all right, I get it. I get it.
Mhm.
What are your thoughts in regards to prices going up right now? Do you think it's temporary, or do you
No,
think this is here to stay?
I think it's here to stay, especially the gas prices. I haven't I rushed to fill up my car the other day because I take public transportation back and forth. So I rushed to fill up my car, and because I saw that the price was creeping up, and I'm like, this is not going to be good. I don't know what people going to say once the price gets to $4 or $5, because that's where it looked like it's heading. So I think it's just going to increase until the war is over. The current war, it doesn't look like it's going to be over, right? It's going to continue to increase. So yeah, I think people are gonna wake up. But even with waking up, I don't think people know how to accept responsibility. And I don't know people know how to say that they're wrong. I think that a lot of the MAGA supporters and a lot of the Republicans and GOP is going to drown with that ship, to be honest with you. I don't think that they know how to just stop. I don't think they know. Until it bites them in the behind, they just not going to get it. So we're just here, the rest of us, waiting to see what happens next. As long as most of us who believes in the Constitution, civil rights, helping others survive these years, I think we'll be better at the end.
Right. Iran has been after the United States for some 47 years. There's been tremendous
Mhm.
tension. In fact, sometimes we hear people saying death to America,
Mm,
chanting. Some of that influence is now in the United States. Do
mhm.
you think it's a good thing if the United States, by means of Donald Trump, could somehow put a damper on that type of mentality and behavior, take away their dangerous weapons and their nuclear ability? Do you think that's a good move to protect the future of America?
Is that what we're doing? Is that what we're doing? Is that what
No,
Donald Trump said?
I'm asking you. Do
Donald
you?
Trump, that's what Donald Trump said we're doing.
No, I'm asking you. Do you think that that's worthy?
I don't think it's it would be a worthy if it would be a worthy mission if it wasn't for Donald Trump in office. I think Donald Trump is a sad individual that doesn't, and he put in very sad, unworthy generals and leaders in order to get this done. I think right now it's a joke. The fact that they unalived children in a school and refuse to take responsibility and
Can you
say,
define they? Define they. Who is they?
the Republican, his current administration, uh, Pete Hassett, and all of the people, the sycophants that's following Donald Trump orders. I
So
don't think
wait, so
they have.
wait. The Republicans dropped. I just want to be clear. The Republicans dropped the bomb on the young girls in
Ooh,
Iran. That's
we gotta be careful with the word "be." Remember, we're on a thing.
yeah.
I think
I
that
get it.
Donald Trump, per Donald Trump instructions, that the Republican administration, the MAGA administration, is responsible for what's happening right now. In my opinion, because of their actions, what happened to the school is solely their responsibility, and they refuse to accept responsibility and say, hey, it's a miscalculation. Da, da, da. They just can't do it. They just can't do it. They can't do it. So I think that the fact is that Donald Trump is a joke to most people in the United States. And no, maybe not most. I would lie because they won. Congratulations, MAGA. I always have to give you applause. I know y'all mad at me, but I always have to give it to y'all. I have to applaud because y'all did this. That's y'all. Y'all did y'all. I got Donald Trump back in office, so congratulations. So less than half of America think that he's a joke and think that he's a failure and think that he's going to destroy the planet and the world. And a lot of our former friends believe so too. Now, even if I was so inclined to believe, no, I am inclined to believe everything everybody say, but even if I were to be convinced that what is happening right now is better for us, the fact is he said that we wasn't going to go to war. The fact is he said that it was America first. The fact is that he claimed and he disrespected former President Obama over and over and over again, and I could bring up the receipts if you want me to, when he says that former President Obama is going to go to war to save the economy. Former President Obama is going to go to war in Iran because his polls are down. He said, I would never, ever, ever, ever go to war with Iran. That's what he said. It's receipts. I mean, I don't understand why MAGA brothers and sisters don't want to get it. I don't know why they don't want to get it. You see, they try to play in our faces. You see, this is what annoys me. I say this all the time whenever I get here. And now Mel is going to have me on my soapbox again. I'm trying to be good. I was trying to be good today. I was really trying to be good, but Mel just do this to me. The fact of the matter is, y'all both voted for a crazy.
So you're a victim today.
Yes, I am.
That's what you tell yourself. You're a victim.
I feel that because I was trying to be good. I was going to be
Okay.
good today, but I want to, now that you put me on my soapbox tonight, let's get it out.
What question was it that made you a victim today? I just want to be clear.
I just want to make sure that when you asked my opinion on Iran, that was the part.
And that
Yes,
victimize you in some way?
I actually am a strong black woman, so I'm not a victim. However, it
Okay.
motivated me. Instead of say victim, let's say it motivated me out of my kindness, and it motivated me to say, let me just tell the people the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been rough on you guys the last few days, the last few lives. So I said I was gonna come here.
Let me ask you,
Demeanor. Mhm.
do you normally lie to the people?
No, I don't, but I want it to be nicer. Because I
Oh,
thought
okay.
that
'Cause you
last
say
time
you
I
want to tell the
no,
truth.
I'm
So
gonna
I'm
tell
just
the truth. But like
trying to
last
understand.
week, Emma and I, where Emma? Hey Emma, how you doing? Welcome in. I hope you come back, baby. How you doing? Emma pissed me off last week. I went a little too far. I said a word that I had to apologize for. So I wanted to please stop her for her own good. No. Jay May, if you know who I am in real life, you don't have to worry about it. Google me. Nobody needs to stop me. Everybody know who I am in real life. So Google me, my friend. So let's talk about it. Because of what I did to poor Emma last week, I wanted to come here to be nicer, right? And not tell the MAGA brothers and sisters exactly what I think about them and what they did. And of course, I do have MAGA brothers and sisters who are part of my other channel, right? My star channel, and I want to show them respect. And I'm like, okay, maybe I did a little too much with Emma last week. So I was gonna be good. I said let me be good. So anyway. But
Do
since you
you
talk about
do
MAGA,
you think
this is your fault. This is your fault. This is your fault. This is your fault. You guys should be ashamed of yourselves. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. It's your fault. The blood is in your hands. Y'all don't want to help unalive these kids in Iran, and we have several soldiers that has been unalived. So every unalivement falls directly on y'all. Congratulations, y'all voted this monster in. There we go. Yes, Mel. What would you like me to say?
what makes Donald Trump a monster? I'm just trying to dissect the words. What makes him a monster?
Because he has no conscience. He's a sociopath. He's a psychopath. He doesn't think about his actions. He doesn't care. He doesn't relate to true human emotions. He never have. You understand? So even his own niece, Mary Trump, said the same thing. There's something missing with him. There's no empathy. He doesn't have any empathy when it comes to it. It's like when the closest that I found to empathy and even likability of Donald Trump is when he was on The Apprentice. There's nothing there. It's like it's like you would ask him a question and he can't even relate on a human level. You understand what I'm saying? He could relate with when you talk about money or when you talk about building a new room or when you talk about his gold bathroom and stuff like that, but he can't relate on a human level. That's the problem with him. This is why a lot of people consider him a monster. He doesn't have it in him. I would have loved for him. It's too late now because he's almost out of here. But I would have loved for him to come in.
You mean he's about to leave office?
Nah, he almost out of here. He don't have to leave office. He just almost, because he's not a vampire.
Oh,
Yeah, he's not
wow.
a vampire. So what I'm saying is that I would have loved it for him to come in, right? And be the apprentice president, right? Someone who wants to bring everybody together, who has a plan, who wants to make people's life better. I mean, if he could have be like, I'm here. I know you guys didn't vote for me, but I want to make sure that we are all one and we make America great. That's not what happened. That's not what happened. Not have whatsoever. The man, it's just horrible. It's just horrible. That's what I'm saying. And I'm glad that MAGA brothers and sisters love him, right? Because I have to give them their respect, and I'm glad that they're happy they voted for him, right? Just like the parents. I'm gonna equate MAGA brothers and sisters to the parents of the Alexander brothers. Okay, they were very polite. They were very poised. They supported their sons, even though their sons was monsters. They were there every single day. They paid millions of dollars for 11 lawyers. 11 lawyers they paid for. They put everything in. The wife was there. They showed them love. They talked to them. They smiled at them. They encouraged them. You understand what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, their sons are monsters, right? So it's the same thing as the MAGA brothers and sisters. They love him. They love him. They support him. They're happy that we're at war with Iran. They think that ooh raw, they're gonna he's gonna do that. So we gotta understand that. We gotta understand, and I understand y'all. I understand y'all. Now we don't love him. We think he's crazy. You understand what I'm saying? We think that he's gonna unalive a bunch of us. A lot of us think that he's going to lead to a nuclear annihilation of United States of America. But as I said, as long as you guys are happy, I'm happy for y'all, because I am not a hater. I
What
can
do
have
you
my own opinion and still be happy that you guys are happy.
do you consider Joe Biden a lot better than Donald Trump?
Yes.
And why so?
I consider everybody much better than Donald Trump. I'm this close, and my nephew was unalive under Bush, and I'm this close to like trying to figure out which one is worse. I'm having a debate on that. You understand what I'm saying? I still think that my Bush is worse because he's the one that sent all these young people to war for a lie, and we lost my nephew as a result of that. But it's like it's like so I think anybody, and Nixon is even even Nixon is better than Trump. That's crazy.
How so?
Because there was no allegations, there were no documentation that showed that Donald Trump is even worse as a human being than Nixon. Like from what we're seeing and hearing, based on his history, he is a predator, right? He's a predator of women, right? We know this. Even before the Epstein file, we know this. His relationship with Epstein has brought him straight into focus. There's a lot of information that's coming out that I'm still trying to figure out if it's true or not. You didn't hear none of that about Nixon. Nixon was a liar, and he was a thief, and he tried to corrupt the presidency. But it was about money with Nixon. But at the end of the day, he went home to his wife and his family. This one right here, Lord have mercy. It's a lot to the fact. So yeah, I haven't met. Maybe I'll give him maybe the racist presidents. Maybe he's probably slightly better, possibly than the racist president back in the days when they were doing slavery and stuff like that. When we're coming out of slavery into Jim Crow, maybe he possibly leveled up a little bit. But yeah, it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. Yeah.
So let me ask you this question, right?
Yes.
Even though you disagree with Donald Trump, when it comes down to Iran versus America, do you stand with America first under those circumstances, whether right or wrong? How do you view that?
I don't think we should be at war. So I can't make the decision until we decide we get out of war. You know what I'm saying? I can't make a decision. I can't even phantom this conversation, because that would mean, if I answer the question, that would mean that I agree with what he's doing in Iran, and I do not agree with what he's doing in Iran. I just don't. He created this situation when he allowed the nuclear agreement between the United States of America to come to an end in 2018. We had a perfectly working program in which we had inspectors going to Iran yearly. Yes. Did you want to say something?
No, I was saying hi to someone in the audience saying hi. Go ahead.
That where we had inspectors going to Iran if not annually, consistently, to make sure that they kept their uranium low, right? We had a perfectly good plan, right? He came in there and he destroyed it. We are now in 2026. You would have thought, since he went through all the trouble to destroy it, he would have came with a new plan, right? To prevent us from going to war. But that's not what he did. No. He aligned himself with the other big country. Okay. And now we're at war. Not only are we at war, but other people are going to be joining this conflict. He didn't try to justify his actions. He didn't go to Congress to get approval. He just, did his thing, and because he feels that he has a right to, right? So now a lot of people are being unalive. More soldiers are being sent over there. So yeah, I cannot answer that question. We're going to see, just like I say all the time, let's see what he does at the end of the day. Because God forbid that the MAGA brothers and sisters are wrong, right? God forbid. I would love for them to be right. And for them to tell me one day, you see, we were right, that he's amazing and that you are so wrong, that he's so lovable and he's a great husband and a great father and he's such a great grandfather. Do you see how beautiful and poised and wonderful the children are? I would love that
Hmm.
one day.
So let me ask you this question. Let's say we're living in America, you're just going along, eating your fruit and enjoying life, and now all of a sudden another country comes after America, right? We were
Mhm,
minding our business. Would you
mhm,
prefer Donald Trump to be the leader to defend
mhm.
against that,
Nope.
Or Joe Biden?
I would prefer Joe Biden to defend do that. I prefer anybody except for Donald Trump. I'm telling you, I'm this close to preferring Bush. I'm this close to preferring this close to preferring Bush. That's how bad it is right now.
Why? What would be your argument for that, Joe
He's
Biden over Trump? I just want to know your
Donald Trump is
breakdown.
incompetent. Donald Trump doesn't the fact that he used the determination of DEI and the fact that he got rid of so many experienced generals and civil servants who actually know the various weapons and who actually able to strategize right through this most difficult time. Just show me that he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. You understand what I'm saying? There's nobody else would have had the nerve to do what he's doing without consulting Congress, without consulting the journals. He doesn't give a damn about all that. All this is about ego. He doesn't care who unalive. He doesn't care that we're losing children. He doesn't care about none of that. He just cares. And then people think that he really cares about the nuclear weapon being, but I promise you, if Iran give him a cut, he will send you in him over to them as long as he have make billions. He doesn't care about stuff like that. He doesn't. He's a selfish individual that's only thinking about himself, and that's it. And by the way, Iran did not come to the United States to attack the United States. So if there was a situation where there was people, because I'm still waiting for someone to show me where a ship was coming to our shores. Iran wasn't here. Did Iran come here? Did we have any, besides recently, where something happened recently, have we had any terrorist act? I'm sorry, TikTok, the last few years. Have we? We were minding our business. Here's the thing that people don't understand. We were minding our business. We were living good. We were minding our business. Everything was political, strategic. We had Cold Wars. I'm not saying that we didn't have spies doing things. I'm not saying that we didn't have people conducting and probably doing missions and stuff like that. I'm not saying that. It was through all the presidency. But at least at the end of the day, we knew that when our soldiers were outside, most likely they were coming home. Right now, there's no chance. There's no hope. We at war. We are at war. This fool said that we wouldn't be at war. That's what I'm saying. He promised. That's it. He promised. Oh,
Now,
no,
what do you
do it. He
what do
lied.
you what do you think when the president say this is only a temporary
Oh, please.
action? It's not a war.
So so if it's a temporary action, explain to me the body bags.
Well, it's a part of the temporary action. You lose a few lives and so
A few
forth.
like
And
soldiers,
then
right?
he said they're going back to pretty much ending this whole situation. Things will get back to normal. That was expressed today. So what do you think
Was
about
it
that?
today? Oh, I could have sworn he said that last week or the week before.
Well,
I
it
could
was
have
said
sworn.
it was said today
I'm
too.
sure it was said today,
It
but
probably was said many times. Yeah,
I promise you he said it last week. I promise you he said
I
it
don't
last
doubt that. I don't
week.
doubt that.
Haven't ended yet? Why don't we wait until he ends it, and then we could have this conversation again. Because as far as I'm concerned, it's not ended, right? As far as I'm concerned, there's still pews flashing all over the place. People are unaliving and stuff like that. There's a lot of videos on social media. You have people that's stuck that can't even come home. You understand what I'm saying? So until it's over and he keeps his promise and he explains his behavior and he comes up with a plan and he has a new nuclear deal, there's nothing for us to talk about because there's no confidence there for me. But I am happy for MAGA, though. I'm happy for y'all. Y'all wanted this war. Congratulations. Y'all did that. Y'all did that. Y'all did that. Y'all should be proud of yourself. Pat yourself in the back. Pat yourself in the back. Congratulations.
So when Barack Obama gave the money, a lot of people are saying he gave all this money to Iran. Why do you think that was more advantageous than what Trump is doing?
Who gave more money to Iran?
Well, remember Barack Obama gave them back their money, right? Essentially, tons of money.
As a result of the deal, right? When it came
Correct.
to ensuring that they do not increase the uranium, right? As a result of allowing inspectors to come to the country to make sure that they maintain the level so they are not dangerous, right? Yes, you see, that's called negotiation. You understand? That's what a true politician does that do not want to lose soldiers, right? From their horrible decisions. You understand what I'm saying? You see,
Right.
we want to make sure that we understand that every president has done everything they can not to get to this point. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You raise your hand. Oh,
No, I'm waiting.
Sorry. Except for this one right here. You understand what I'm saying? And this one right here had to be encouraged by the other guy, right? Now, a lot of people are saying, I'm not sure because I have a lot of my Jewish brothers and sisters, and I'm not taking up this fight, but a lot of people are saying that he has a closer relationship with the leader of Israel than Biden did, right? And what I want to do, I want to clutch my pearls as I say that the MAGA brothers and sisters, the college students, the far left and the progressive was very upset with former President Biden and Kamala Harris for their relationship with the president of Israel, right? So now that Donald Trump is buddy, not doing anything to help Gaza, right? And now we are at war with Iran. What say you? Right? What say you? That's what I'm saying.
Okay. All right. Okay. I see. Okay. So let me ask you this. Do
Somebody
you,
said we lost the chat, Mel.
what's that? What did you say?
Somebody said we lost the chat. The
Oh,
chat
we lost the chat. I don't know what that means. The chat is pumping. I don't know what that means. The chat is there.
I don't know. Somebody said we lost the chat.
No, the chat's there. The chat's doing quite well. So is it just Donald Trump, or is it any Republican you would take the same position?
Donald Trump. I've had disagreements with. I've actually met and I've actually disliked several Republicans like Lindsey Graham, Ted Cruz, Mark Rubio, whatever. There's a bunch of them that I don't like. I didn't like the Republicans that were part of the Tea Party, that their whole establishment was to like destroy any type of social services that was being given in America, to stop health care, to stop Medicaid, to stop Social Security, to stop breakfast, to stop veteran care. Anyone that was more interested in saving the rich taxes, which is a lot of the Republicans, I didn't like. But I didn't have this much disdain for a Republican until Donald Trump went in office. And the funny thing is that Donald Trump was not an original Republican. He was actually original Democrats. And you see, that's another thing about the hypocrisy of Donald Trump, right? Donald Trump just became a Republican because he wanted to run for president. And you guys fell for the okie doke. Y'all fell for it line and sinker, boy. Y'all fell for this boy. Y'all fell for his BS. He was a Democrat for many years. In fact, he wanted to run for a Democrat, and they were like, nah, buddy, nah, it's not gonna work. And nah, we don't want you. So he got his feelings hurt, and he changed parties. That's what happened. Poor Tito. But you guys did that though. Y'all voted him. Congratulations. This is where we at. So yeah, he's the only one that I actually worry about. Again, I worried about Bush too. I was very angry at Bush for a very long time and stuff like that. And I felt that Bush put ourselves in a situation. And of course, I know 9/11 was very explosive and stuff like that. I was there. So I understand that. But I wish that he was just more honest and more strategic and what needed to be done as a result of what happened with 9/11, not put us in a war and lied to us about it, right? So that's one. But every other, man, we had Republican presidents, and we had Democrat presidents. One of the things that I do agree with a lot of people is that each presidency have their own mission and they have their own goals, right? And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. I can't say that everything Barack Obama did was right. I mean, I love the fact that we had Barack Obama, but I thought Barack Obama compromised too much. I thought that he should have forced the Supreme Court. He should have forced, or he should have increased the Supreme Court, for example. That he allowed Lindsey, not Lindsey, the turtle, McConnell, right? I think it's McConnell.
Wait a minute. Whoa. Did you call him a turtle?
Yeah, he looks like a turtle.
Oh
So he allowed the turtle to actually steal one of his Supreme Court seats. He should have forced them Merrick Garland, or he should have just increased the Supreme Court. So it was things like that I felt that if I would criticize the Barack Obama, and I don't want to criticize him because I knew he had to do what he had to do and stuff like that, is that I think that he didn't push hard enough. He wanted to be the middle, like the Switzerland kind of presidency, and I think he missed the mark on certain things. But so not every president is not every president is the answer to all of our needs. Every single president had something, right? Had something that didn't meet our needs that we wish didn't happen. So I can't point to any president that I could say that 100% they met every single needs of the United States of America. What I'm saying is that Donald Trump is the worst of all of them. That's what I'm saying. You understand what I'm saying? And because of the way he acts towards Black people, LGBT people, people with disabilities, his disrespect to media, that's what makes me dislike him. You understand what I mean? He could have came out here, and I'm being serious about it. He came, sometimes I like to be explosive and I like to say things to rile people up. But the fact of the matter is, if he had come out here on a different type of time, I would have still been annoyed that we had a Republican president, just like I'm annoyed every time we have an American president. But at least I would have been able to be like, okay, you guys won this time. You guys going to have your way and stuff like that. Let's just wait for 4 more years and it'll be our time again. But that's not what it is. I mean, from the moment that he tried to keep green card holders from coming back in the United States, he shut down the border. You understand what I'm saying? He's the reason why we had COVID and we lost 1 million New York, 1 million people in the United States, because he didn't want to tell the truth. You understand? He lied, he cheated. There's just so many bad things about him.
So can you at least agree, though, that he's done a great job with the border? Based on what we were seeing with so many people coming in over the border, they were shuttling people to New York, and then they were bringing them upstate, putting them in hotels. Every time you go to Panera Bread, there's somebody standing at the corner asking for money. It was a total catastrophe in Walmart parking lot. We don't see any of that anymore. So based on that type of concept, could you say he did a good job with the border?
If that's the case, then why do we need ICE?
We need ICE to get rid of the people that came over the last years.
There's no more. It's funny if we need ICE to take all these people out of here, and they picked up so many different people. Why do we continue to need ICE? So what you're saying to me is that
ICE is getting rid of the people that came over.
Yeah. So there's nobody, no more immigrants are coming through the border. That's not what I heard.
According to this administration, they haven't had anybody coming over the border since
Really?
Donald Trump came into office. Yeah.
Wow, I haven't heard that. You're the first one that's telling me that. I have
The
not.
president,
I have not.
he gloats about it all the time. He talks
And
about it.
nobody's coming through the border.
Absolutely, he talks about it extensively. Yeah.
Oh right. Oh, I didn't hear that.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I can't give my
So
opinion
based on though
on
based on what you do know, can you at least say, okay, I'm happy that now the border is kind of like when you go to
no,
motor vehicle. Hold
I
on,
can't elaborate.
hold on. When you go to motor vehicle, right? We're just saying logic. You go to motor vehicle. Sometimes I go there. I get there 8:30. There's a line. It opens at 9. I'm in there 2 hours, whatever. It's New York, so I wait there till noon, and let's say 11:30, somebody just comes in right off the street, cut in line in front of me. You think that's fair?
If they need to be in front of line and they say that I need to get this done because I have to a doctor's appointment or I have to go pick up my
Come
kids or I have to, or something emergency happened, then yes, it's going to be fair for them to come in. You see, the difference between me and most people is that I believe that most of the people that's coming over the border is escaping something, right? And they're coming to the United States, just like our MAGA brothers and sisters, original ancestries that left England and came to the United States of America through a boat and stole land and unalived millions of our Native American to say, this is our land. And then after that, they stole my ancestries, right? And brought us here to slave for them. You understand what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
did it first.
You know,
So
you know,
tell me that you're upset because immigrants are coming in here, right? Because they're escaping something is beyond me. So no, I think that I don't have a problem with
I
immigrants.
just posted I just posted a video this morning or last night, a short where you have a whole family coming over with the small babies. You think all of these
Put them on. No,
individuals are
hold
escaping
on,
something?
hold on. Now you just said they're not coming over the border. So how do you have a video? You just told
What's
me.
that? No, no, no. This is from the past. It's from the past.
Oh, I thought it was just now. Okay,
Okay,
whatever. Yeah,
but what
whatever.
I'm saying is your argument is that they're all escaping something. So you're saying the entire family is
I say most of them who comes here illegally are women and children, right? And they are escaping to come to a better life here.
Oh, okay, I get
That's
that.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
I'm
I
not
get
saying
that.
I'm not saying every single one. We know that with every situation there are bad apples. I'm saying most of them. And my problem with ICE is that they're picking up Americans, law-abiding citizens, and putting them in strongholds because they want to meet some type of agenda, some type of number game because they got what $30,000 advancement and stuff like that. So I have a problem with that. But at the end of the day, do I have problems with people coming to the United States? No, I don't have problems with people coming to the United States seeking help. I would have loved if Donald Trump did not stop former President Biden border plan.
And what was that plan?
That plan was to increase the number of judges and to lessen the bureaucracy in order to allow people to actually go through the immigration process to become a United States of America. The plan also included, if someone is here illegally, to escort them out of the United States. That plan that was included. The fact is that Lindsay and a lot of the GOP who saw that plan thought it was an amazing plan. It was one of the strongest plans they ever seen. And Donald Trump said, no, 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 no. No, no. No, no, no. Let's not sign it right before the election because I want to run on the open border plan. So I would not be surprised, if to be honest with you, if the plan is working, that Donald Trump probably stole former president.
Oh my God! You're killing you.
I'm just saying. I mean,
Oh my God!
when did he have a plan? Mel, when did he have a plan?
I'm holding on by a string.
I'm still waiting.
You're just trying to blow me right out the freaking window. You know what I'm
still
saying?
waiting. I'm still
Listen
waiting
to me.
for
Listen.
check.
Hold on.
My
Hold on.
$2,000 check. I'm still waiting for that. Like I can't
See
even
that?
get my $2,000.
That right there, that statement kills your argument. So now you're saying, "Oh, show me a little money and I'll love you." See, that's kind of weird.
I didn't say show me a little money. I could get.
But it's the philosophy of. But check this out.
I
I've been doing this.
I didn't like my
Hold
boss.
on. I've been doing this show with you for quite some time, and also I covered. Hold on. Let me have my.
Bosses that paid out help us get our checks. Have we liked all of our bosses that we get our checks from? Have we liked every boss that we ever work with that we get our check from?
I haven't received a check in so long. I don't
Oh
even
no,
know.
you
But
know,
but
okay,
you make a good point. You make a good point. Yeah. But listen, let me
yes,
tell you this way.
yes,
I observe you. I do this show with you, right? You
yes.
want me to sit here and believe that
Uh-huh.
you go to motor vehicle at 8:30 in the morning and you're waiting there all day. All of a sudden, somebody come into the door and
Mhm.
cut line in front of you. You want me to believe, oh yeah, I'll be okay with that if they have a important
It has happened.
thing to get done. If that isn't the biggest bullshit I heard all
No,
day.
it has happened, Mel. I'm
And I
telling
and I say that in love, and I say that with all
you. I
love
know,
and
but
respect. But you're not even being. You're not even.
Mel,
We
it has
can't
happened.
even. We can't even agree that the background is blue. You see what I'm saying?
That is blue.
You're
Mel, no,
just.
I'm
You're
saying
just.
it
You're
has
losing
happened.
me.
I have no. I have it has happened where I am at an appointment,
Oh,
or
God bless America.
I'm getting on a bus, or I'm getting on a train, or something happened. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Don't think I don't check somebody and be like, "What the hell are you doing?" That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it has happened in situations
Yeah, but we're
where they
talking
was
about a
like,
big issue. Check it
when
out. We're
there's
talking about a big issue, and
mhm,
people are coming across the border when
and,
there is a traditional and a proper way to come into the country, right?
and if
And
the
so
traditional,
people, right? People, even criminals, good people, don't matter, right? People are coming across we're coming across the border. You can't say that to stop that and to make it legitimate. You
no,
don't think that that's
I could say to make it legitimate, but I could also say that there's a lot of people that's running for their lives. You understand what I'm saying? And I can also say that the reason why America became America is because people was running from taxes from England. You understand what I'm saying? And they did the same thing. MAGA white people would not be in America today if people did not leave England and various other countries and took over the lands of our Native American, First American people. You
okay.
can't tell me that you want to forget how America became America because this is not your land. This is not your land. So now you think that because you stole people's land, you occupied the land, you made the land your own. Now I'm supposed to be pissed off because other people want to come in the United States and get the same fruits and labor that you guys fought for. Come on, stop playing with me. That's what I'm
So
saying.
so according to what you want, the you think is the proper way, people should just be able to come right into the
No, I do
country,
not think that people should
boats over
automatically
the
come in.
sea, through the
No,
woods to
I'm
grandmother's
saying
house
that
we go.
America was built on that. That's what I'm saying. America's built
Okay.
on that, and I'm
But we're
saying
talking about
that
now.
people,
We're
I'm
talking
saying
about
as of
now.
now, if people are coming through the border, if women and I'm talking, you notice how I'm focusing more on women and children, right? You notice how I'm focusing more on women and children.
But
If women or
life doesn't
children,
work that way. It doesn't work that way. But I
if
get I
women or
in your
children are coming to the United States and going through days and all kind of dangers to come here, I believe most of the immigrants that come here are looking for shelter and help. Now, if they're here and it's proven that they shouldn't be here, I'm not one to say not to escort them out of here. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that they're lumping everyone together. So the moment you say no illegal immigrants, you're lumping even the people that needs help, even the people that cannot wait through the process because they're in danger. That's what I'm saying. It's absolute. They're not giving any room for any consideration. They just said even our Latino brothers and sisters that come here, even our Haitian, and I'm Haitian and I can talk about it. Our Haitian brothers and sisters who wanted Donald Trump, it's because they didn't want other Haitians to come through the border. They were like, no, I did it the right way. Merci, I did it the right way. I'm a doctor, I'm an engineer,
so wait a minute.
I'm important,
I'm
so
getting to
I
your
can come
here's
here.
your logic. So here's your logic, right?
Yes.
Coming to America, we're gonna figure you out. We're gonna check you out. Okay, big, small, tall, short, happy, sad. Okay, you don't fit here, and send them back out. Now that costs an expense, right? So you
Mm.
think they should come in, and then America has to figure out getting sending them back out. That's what you're saying, basically.
What I'm saying has been happening for many, 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 many,
But we're
many.
talking about now
And even
going
now,
forward.
he's not stopping it. You don't want to say that he's stopping it. He's not stopping it. What he's doing is he's lying and he's fudging the numbers. There's certain websites that has been disabled, so we don't know the truth. Do we honestly think that there's no illegal immigrants coming to the United States, or did he remove the information, right, from the various websites so we don't know the truth? It's after he leaves and he's gone out of here, out of this world, that's when we're going to find out the truth. You think that we actually believe him? That
How do
there's
you think? Let me ask you a question. How do you think the terrorist cells that we're right now? They're just anonymous and walking around invisible. Just we're just waiting for something to pop off. Things are already happening. How do you think they likely came into the country?
Why is it now that is a problem now once he came back into office? Why is it 4 years of Biden we didn't have that?
They were too busy coming over the border.
They were here already.
That's why.
No, they're here already. Okay.
That's very subjective. I mean, we're just being very subjective. But I'm trying to focus. I want to get a focus here.
But I said,
and this all started. Hold on.
I don't believe that everybody should come into the America. I'm saying to you, there's no absolute. When you agree that no immigrants should come to the United States, the far right, Donald Trump, makes it absolute, give us no wiggle room. That's my problem. My problem is that there are circumstances in which somebody is running for their life, trying to bring their children here for the betterment, for their safety, and I think that should be allowed. By me saying no immigrants, shut off the border, nobody should come into the United States, first of all, it's going to go against me and my family, because some of us came here through Canada. That's one. Two, is going to take away from what the United States is about. This is what we were created for. We were created because huge amount of people that is not originally from the United States of America came here and took over land. That's what I'm saying.
I get all that, but we're talking about the here and now. And my question was about Donald Trump shutting down the border. Do you see anything? Do you see anything beneficial with the?
No, not with the way.
Let's say he shut it down 70%. Can you agree that that's a great measure?
No, I don't think it's a great measure. That 70% to me, in my opinion, is too much. It's just too much. I'm telling you, this is my opinion. I mean, if you said that, okay, he had a way of identifying the criminals and stuff like that, then we can have a conversation. What I'm saying is that he's trying to keep everybody out, even the people that needs help. It's almost the same thing with every.
Yeah, but listen, when you break it down and you talk to every Tom, Dick, and Harry, every person come across the border, once they know that you can have some excuse about, hey, somebody's sick, somebody whatever, I'm escaping a bad marriage, whatever, everybody's going to have an emergency. So that means everybody is just going to come across the border and say, hey, here's my reason. The guy over there is going to say, oh, this is my reason. And the ladies, this is going to go on forever. There has to be some sort of order. Would you agree with that?
Well, the order was in place under former President Barack Obama, right? He's the one that I'm told all the time.
He kicked out 1,000 a day. He was kicking out more.
Donald Trump, exactly.
But isn't it better? Right? Wait, isn't prevention better than cure? Isn't it better to prevent rather than paying more money to remove people?
If prevention is cruel, then no.
How is it cruel?
It's cruel because he's not allowing the people that need to leave their situation to come here. He preferred that people to be unalived and starved and die in another country than come over here to get the help that they need. That's how I believe. That's how I feel about it.
Okay, so I get it now. I understand. You're looking at this totally different. I just have to understand that.
And I get it. Like I said, I don't think everybody deserves to be in the United States. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that it's so absolute. The other way is not giving any room. That's what I'm saying. Like if you say close the border completely, and everyone has to come through the right way when there is years of bureaucracy, that the problem has not been fixed. We have people right now. The other day, and I have to check in on that person. In fact. You remember the person, because I've been so busy, I have to check in. The guy that had sickle cell that was in the hospital I told you about, and then they were trying to get him out of the hospital and deport him. You know what I mean? That person,
Yeah. Hold on. Let me just address. Let's see. Is it Kamala Floor. I don't know exactly what your name is. I think it's a female. She's saying, I'm certain that if you change your phone to horizontal, you would have more viewers.
Oh,
So we have two streams going. One is vertical, the other one is horizontal. So if you're trying to watch this horizontal, there's a whole stream for that. You could watch it on television, your laptop, or your computer. But for those that want to watch it on their cell phone, it's on vertical. So that's why there's two streams going,
mhm.
one for each, whoever wants, whatever. All right, go back.
Thank you for telling that. Thank you so much for being here. So, what was I saying to you? So, the fact is that I want to make clear because sometimes I do things for dramatics, right? Because that's my flair. I like to be dramatic to make everybody crazy. I want to be clear in my statements. I understand why everyone cannot come to the United States of America. I understand why we need border control. I understand all that. What I'm saying to you is that the currently what's happening leaves no room, right, for people to come to the United States if they need help. And I have a problem with that. I really do. I think that we need to be more, we just need to just, it's just too much. It's just too much. The closing out the border 100% doesn't help people. That's the only way I could say it. And if we could negotiate, and also that's what I'm saying, bureaucracy, the many bureaucracies in order for them to come here, to actually go through the proper channels to come here, there are not enough lawyers, right? There's not enough lawyers to help with the process, right? There is not enough yeah, pretty much that's it, right? Because that's the problem. The problem is we don't have enough lawyers, we don't have enough agents in order to help people go through the actual process. And I was talking about the fact that the person who had sickle cell, they are now trying to get him out of the hospital, and the nurses and the doctors were freaking out and trying to get help for him because if he left the hospital, he would be unalived. He would no longer be here. That's the cruelty. Is the cruelty of the process that I have a problem with, not the process itself, right? Because if I had the problem with the process itself, then I would have a problem with what former President Barack Obama did, right? He made sure he had a policy, right, and a procedure in which he would escort people out of the United States that don't belong here, but yet he still allowed people to come and follow the process. Some people who even came here as children, right? They had protection, right? There are just certain there's just certain things that is not being done in this administration. I just think this administration is just cruel. That's what I feel, And once they stop being so cruel, then maybe I could think about being more open to the decision that's made. I just think that everything they do is based on cruelty, not caring, only caring about self and their own family, only caring about taxes. They just don't care. And that's my problem with the administration and the people that put him here.
Okay, very good. So we're going to switch up. We're down to the last minutes of this. Have you been keeping up with any of the new developments in regards to Nancy Guthrie?
No, I haven't, unfortunately. I just finished the Alexander Brothers and it's been crazy busy at work. What's going on with Nancy?
All right. So basically, it looks like the feds over the last couple of days they have went to the restaurants, the local restaurants, looking for maybe someone. What they think is perhaps when Savannah came to town with her mother, they ate at this Mexican restaurant. So they've been basically going through these local restaurants. I think two in particular, and really drilling the guys to try to figure out who may have saw her as an easy target. So that's what they're doing right now. What do you think about that?
So they try to blame the Mexicans for taking her? Is that where we're going with this?
No, I think it's a matter of, I think they're trying to see if someone kind of picked up on her when they came to the restaurant to eat back in November when they had the big, I'm Savannah Guthrie Day.
Oh, okay. That I didn't realize that. So I did hear about that the fact that they put the focus on the mom because they did a huge event and the mom was there. So you're
Right.
saying that because they did that big event and the mom was there, they targeted for the money, right?
Well, I think they're trying to see if someone picked up on her because you have to keep in mind someone Googled the mother's address, someone Googled how much money did Savannah make. So I think when they put all of this together, it's starting to look like maybe they think someone locally did it. They saw her as an easy target and went in to do it for the money, perhaps.
Well, I hope that, I mean, I hope they figure it out. I mean, it seems strange to me that they could identify that somebody Googled the address, they could identify that somebody Googled Savannah and the mom, but yet they can't pick them up, right? They can't actually find the culprit. If you have all this information, why is it taking so long for you to
Yeah.
actually find the culprit? It just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't. So this person has to be either brilliant, like the smartest human being in the world, or this person or this administration just lack the expertise and the knowledge in order to discover what happened to Miss Nancy. It just doesn't make sense to me. We're going on what, 3 months now? 2 months now? 2 months
A
now?
month, a little bit over a month. We're on the 40th day today. So,
I mean, come on now. If they are able to have all that information, unless they don't want to share it with us, right? If they're able to have all this information, then they should be able to find what happened to Miss Nancy. I just don't get it. But I'm glad to hear that they have a plan, because I didn't understand why they were trying to go over the border. Because you told me the last time they were trying to go over the border to see what was that. I was like, I just shook my head like, mm, 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 mm. So hopefully this come up with something. At least they have a plan. At least they're letting us know what the plans is, and then hopefully they're not giving up in 5 months.
yeah,
You know,
yeah, absolutely. One other thing before we get out of here, I wanted to ask you about what do you think in regards to the midterm election? Do you think the Democrats are going to have a possibility of winning
I
back the
do
majority, or do you think the Republicans are going to hold steady?
I do think that the Democrats have a possibility of winning. Okay, now I give a caveat to that. Right, I give a caveat because of the fact that I don't trust our young people. No disrespect to my young people. I don't trust y'all. After what y'all did, after what y'all did with this election, I don't trust the young people. I don't trust the left. I don't trust the progressive. I don't trust our white tea brothers and sisters. I just don't trust. I don't trust our Latinos and stuff like that. Look what they did in Texas the other day. I have no trust, right? So until I start seeing the numbers and everything like that, that I don't know. I think right now there's a large amount of people that are looking at what's happening and was like, okay, this is not working for me. I think a lot of people are now paying attention to the prices is going up. They don't like the fact that we are at war after he promised. I think at the end of the day, you have some Trump supporters who really believed in America first are now being disillusioned by him, right? So they might like steer a little bit and not, you know, try to teach him a lesson. But I don't know. I think right now we have a good chance because a lot of these special elections is being won by Democrats. So I think we have a chance, but I won't know until we get closer. I have to see what happens. I have to see what happens. So I'm not gonna fall for the okey doke like I did last time when it came to Kamala Harris. I do not trust the United States of America.
No.
Nope. I don't trust the people in the United States of America to get it right. You vote for Donald Trump twice. There's no trust. you guys taught me a very you guys taught me a very valuable lesson. I must say. I congratulate y'all because I didn't think y'all was gonna do it, but y'all taught me a lesson. Yeah. No. So there's no confidence. There's no confidence that America's gonna get it right. We probably have Donald Trump for 3 terms. I think Donald Trump is going to stay there until he unalive and transition out of here. Because, like I said, he is not a vampire. So eventually they're going to carry his ass out of here. You understand what I'm saying? So I think he's going to run again. And I think if he runs again, I think the American people will vote for him a third time. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I have 100% confidence that these people have not learned their lesson. We won't be here all over again in 4 years. Yes. I have no doubt about it. Yep.
Yeah. Well, you lost me on the border, so I can't really. There's not a lot I could do with that. So
I don't even understand you. Like, really, Mel? Like, you really don't care about the children, the hungry children, the women that's running away with their lives to save their children from the hardship of where they're coming from. You actually think that every immigrant that come here are just coming to steal from the Americans and stuff like that, and they're not trying to save themselves and their lives. Hmm?
I think it's about order, and I think pretty much if you polled every country, there would be a pool of people that would have those same reasons as to why they would want to come.
Mm.
So I think there should be order, and in the order, that's what we kind of have now, right? Because in the previous administration, people were just coming in
They
by the
were
wholesale, and that wasn't working either.
they were not just coming in. In fact, they also it's just a propaganda because they were not coming in. They were still being deported under former President Biden. It's just the fact is that Donald Trump wanted in the GOP wanted to make it seem that it was an issue. Every time we heard that there were a huge people running the border, right? That was always it. They had fake videos that showed huge people running the border. And I'm waiting like, where the people at? They never came. And that's what I'm saying. It's just propaganda. So it is what it is. But I'm interested to say, stop coming over the border under Donald Trump. I'm just curious. I'm just curious because I like to do my little receipts and stuff like that. So yeah, I like to do my little receipts. Mm-hmm. Based on data regarding U.S.-Mexico border, illegal immigrants did not completely stop during Donald Trump as president in 2017-21, but it fluctuates significantly, reach a lower point in a specific year due to a combination of stricter enforcement policy in 2020 and the COVID. So COVID is saying here that COVID was the one that actually led to the drop of immigration. So yesterday, they say White House dispute report. It told GOP to stop rhetoric. The White House has said that about 3 million illegal immigrants have left the United States. Really? Mm. But the White House dispute report, it told GOP to stop rhetoric. Wow, that came out yesterday. So it was interesting. White House dispute report, it told GOP to stop rhetoric on mass deportation. Oh, that was the mass deportation. That's ICE and stuff like that. So, as of the report, based on everything I saw just now, unless something has changed, you could tell me. I have not seen any reports, but you guys are I'm more than happy to see whatever reports that Mel come out. But they said the lowest, the number on the travel significantly reaching the lowest level in decades. In early 2025, it says it was lower compared to the record high legal border question that occurred in years immediately following his term. The number under Trump. So it says that it is lower, right, under Trump, right? But did we say it stopped, or did we say it's lower? What say you? Did it stop or was it lower?
What you're reading, I mean, I don't know the source,
Right
but
now, it
I
says
mean, listen, at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure somebody's coming over the border, but for the
no,
most
but that's what
part,
I just said. But that's what our argument. Now, if you want to say, okay, according to what I'm seeing, they say compared to his previous term and compared to the term after he left office, it is lower in 2025. That's what they said. But I have not seen anything, and it's Pew Research, is PEW Research Center, but I haven't seen anything here that indicates to me that it stopped.
okay.
And I thought that's what we is that what we were saying or no?
No, that wasn't the point. That was just a
Okay.
little distraction that you threw into the pot. That's all.
No, I'm reading it right now. I'm willing to give you
The question stemmed around: can you agree that Donald Trump has fixed the border to a certain measure?
according to this report that was done,
No answer.
and I still don't trust them. February 2nd, 2026, migrant encountered at the U.S. Mexico border are at their lowest level in more than 50 years. They say the Border Patrol recorded 237,538 encounters with migrants in the U.S. Mexican border in the 2025 fiscal year, which began in October, September. That's way down from the 1 million encounter in fiscal 2024, more than 2 million fiscal. So it's down to 237,538. What is he going to do about the 237,538 that's coming here?
That's how many is coming in, you say?
It says encountered. Border Patrol encounters. So I don't know if they sent them back, but they did say that it is the lowest in years. It does say that. It says it's the lowest in 50 years.
Okay, so based on that information, can you say that the president has done a good job in lowering the numbers better than before? Can you say that?
I don't agree that he should do it, so I can't say it's better.
Okay.
I can't believe what he's doing. You understand? For me to say that what he's doing is good would go against every single thing I feel about him. You don't want me to be a hypocrite, do you?
What's that?
You don't want me to be a hypocrite, right?
No. I mean,
Understand my ground, right?
stand on your business. But I was just trying to understand.
But I will say, according to Pew, that the immigration, the U.S. border patrol is saying this is the lowest it's been in 50 years. I will say that. That is what they're saying.
Okay, Angel Fire, welcome in, Angel. Nice to have you here. Thanks for subscribing to the channel. She says, wait, did she just say 4 years of Biden? We didn't have that. So she didn't see Texas and all the other red states sending illegals to the blue states. So Texas was sending right here to New York. What do you say about that?
Yes, they were. So was Florida. Yep. And what does that have to do with President Biden? It was the governors that was doing it, that was sending them over. So what does that have to do with President Biden? We refuse to accept the fact that President Biden actually had an immigration law, because we could skip through stuff. We could. All you have to do is say what happened to President Biden immigration law that Lindsey Graham and GOP thought that was the best law they've seen in years. All we have to do is that, because people want to just forget. They want to just be delusional in their own state without reading. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
He tried. You see, President Biden tried. He came up with all he needed was everyone to vote for it, and it would have worked. But we forgot, right? Because you don't want to think about it, that the fact that Donald Trump, they wouldn't vote for it because Donald Trump told them not to, because he wanted to run on the border control issue. We forgot about that. So that's what I'm saying. So you can't come and tell me about what happened under President Biden when the GOP did not want him to solve the problem because Donald Trump told him not to. So this is a ridiculous argument as far as I'm concerned, because if you guys allowed him, right, to implement the border rules, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Okay, so I hope that Angel Fire is still here. She says, well, I agree. We do need to shut down immigration as of right now. And we have too many illegal aliens here, and we need to get them under control. What's so hard to understand about that?
It's not hard to say that. It's just that I'm embarrassed for my Latino brothers and sisters, if she's Latino, she may not be, to even take that stance, because I know most of y'all people had illegal immigrants in your family coming into the United States. I know that for a fact. Y'all can't, y'all know y'all had your mama and your papa coming here, and your auntie and your uncle and your cousin coming here through the border, but you guys want to act like y'all don't. Y'all act like, because you guys had most of the illegal immigrants coming in as Latinos. The second half is probably Haitians. So now all of a sudden you guys want to stand on some kind of square and foster to your white side of your generics and forget that we know what time y'all were on. We know it. We know it. I would love.
Okay, Angel Fire says apparently she has no idea that the majority of asylum cases are rejected and they get sent back to their countries.
Yes, thank you for saying that. I agree with you. I agree with that's what I'm saying. You see, but in order for them to be rejected, right? They had to come here to go through the process, right? Some stays because they actually need help. You see how that works? You see how the thought is? And the ones that don't need help are sent away. You see, that's what I'm saying. You see, but what they want to do
And how are they
is
sent to?
offer
How
no
are they?
asylum. That's what they
How
want to do. That's
how are
what
they? How are they sent away?
they sent back to the country. She just said it.
I said how? How are they sent away?
Whether they fly them out or bust them out, but most of the time they fly them out of the country.
But how does it start? The whole process of getting people out of here. It starts with
First,
ICE. ICE,
first
right?
of all, oh please don't even bring ICE in there because ICE is not
It,
even doing ICE work.
no,
Actually,
no, no. But I'm asking you, how are these people sent out of here? It starts with ICE, right? In
actually,
most cases.
it starts with I can't even talk about ICE because ICE has such
Oh
right
my
now.
God.
ICE is such a disgusting situation right now that I can't even
Jesus
talk
Christ.
about ICE.
Yeah,
ICE
but
is not,
you see
ICE
how
is not ICE.
convenient
No, it's not convenient, Mel. ICE is not ICE. You see, prior
ICE is not ICE. What do you
no,
mean?
because ICE is the lowest form of decrepit that people are coming in to work for ICE. You can no longer look at ICE as an actual respectable entity now with everything that's going on. You can't. Now, prior to what's happening now, then I would have said yes. ICE
You ever heard that song? I'm
women.
sorry, hold on. You ever heard that song by Luther Vandross? I think
I
it
love
is.
Luther.
You got me going in circles. You
No,
just got
I'm
me
not.
going in.
I'm telling you, no,
We
I'm
just go
not.
in
I'm telling
circles.
you
Like
exactly right now. I said I can't talk about the ICE of today.
how
When you want to
convenient. But we were making a key point.
they unalive two Americans. Like
I was showing you how you were contradicting yourself,
I
but
am not
when
contradicting
we
myself.
get to that corner, you're like, oh yeah, I can't talk about that part. You see what I'm
I
saying?
can't give ICE any credit because ICE is a murdering capital right now. We can't give ICE this current ICE. I can't give it any credit. I can't. Not after what they did with this two people. I can't do it. Right. But the
Whew,
way it's
Lord have
supposed to
mercy.
work, well, the way it's supposed to work, right, is that people come to the United States if they are illegal, right? They either get picked up, right, or they go through the process, right? They come in, they ask for asylum, they submit paperwork, they are rejected, and they are sent back, right? That's the process. That's the process. They're sent back.
John
Yeah,
Stevenson
my
makes a
issue
good point.
is they have to come here to seek asylum, whereas what most people want to do, right? And tell me if I'm wrong, do not want anybody coming to this United States to seek asylum. I disagree with that. That's what I'm saying. Illegal is not my issue, is not illegal immigrants per se. I understand the issue. I understand the concept. What I'm saying is that we are too far right for me to feel comfortable with. Because if we're saying that nobody should come here seeking asylum, that they could only go through a process that's full of bureaucracies, paperwork, years, I'm not 100% comfortable with that. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, John Stevenson says, on the other hand, she doesn't care about letting criminals and terrorists in our country.
So where's the terrorists?
Oh, God.
No. Where is it? Because Donald Trump just came into office, and now we have two people that tried to do something in New York. What happened to the 4 years that Biden was in office? What happened? You guys are talking about the fact that they had all of these issues, right, under President Biden. We didn't see any of that in New York. We didn't see any of that. Everybody slept comfortably for 4 years.
Wait, you didn't see what did you not see in New York?
What I'm saying, we did not see we didn't have the same concern that we have now, that people are going another 9/11. A lot of us are worried that another 9/11 is going to happen now. We didn't have that concern on the Biden. We didn't have that concern. We slept easier on the Biden. You guys was hating Biden. Y'all were doing a bunch of stuff and talking a bunch of crap that he's old. But we slept easy on it. Right now, we live in an uncertain future because of what's going on right now.
Okay, Angel Fire. I hope she's still here. She says,
"Oh, she is, because she's commenting."
Well, this could have been earlier. I don't know. This is let's see.
9:29.
This
No,
is
no,
at
9:29.
9:08. This is 9:30.
Oh, yeah.
She may not be here anymore.
Oh,
Angel Fire says, there you go. She cares nothing about the American citizens that died under the hand of the illegal aliens One and one too many. Okay, close the border, regroup.
Angel, I'm just rolling my eyes at you because you don't give a damn about officers unaliving black folks. You don't give a damn about that. You don't give a damn about people unarmed being taken, dragging out of their car and being pow, right? You don't care about the fact that we have a president in the United States that was friends with a ped, and that now there is a court case, right? There are DOJ's report that indicates that he was more involved than we know. You guys don't care. You can only care about stuff that you care about. You don't give a damn that American citizens, black folks, are American citizens too, and we getting tore down every single day.
And did you say by ICE? Did you say by ICE, or did you just say by the police? I'm sorry.
ICE unalive two white people. So
okay, because you said black. You said black people, so I was trying to understand what you're saying.
No, I was saying that she's talking about how I don't care about American people being unalived by illegal aliens. I'm saying she doesn't care about black folks being unalived on a daily basis by police officers, being unalive in our own community by different factors. You know what I'm saying? You don't care. You just want to pick this point. Americans are being unalived every single day.
Look at Big Diesel. Look what he has to say to you. He's preaching to you. He said, what about the blacks?
What about the white on white crime? Instead of talking about your black brothers and sisters, why don't you talk about the white on white crime? Because statistics shows that white on white unalive each other more than black on black. I don't like statistics. Look it up.
But we were on the border though, so this is getting a little bit.
But they want to bring up the black. Why don't you talk about that? Like, you know, is it because there are a lot more white people in the world than there are black? I don't know, but statistically shows, right? Depending on the state that you live in, there are more white on white crime than black on black. But you want to throw your brothers and sisters under the table. You guys don't care about. Look, I've done gun violence work, pew violence work for 12 years. If you know who I am, you know I know about these statistics in real life. I worked with survivors. I held people's hands.
So listen, here's the thing, right?
About this.
And here's my issue. I can't really go 100% Republican, 100% Democrat, because I agree with a little bit of both, a little bit, I have my own thinking pattern. But when you can't even admit something so simple as that the president did a good job with the border, but then you say, listen, he did a bad job here, that makes sense.
He's a horrible human being. Can I understand that? If you are a white T man, I don't care what your white T wife is saying, because your white T wife helped vote Donald Trump in. All right. So unless your wife is a sister,
you don't even know.
I'm just putting it out there. He's my wife. Saying
his wife could be green. His wife could be green. It don't matter.
Latinos, I don't care. You guys voted Donald Trump in. What are we talking about? Of course, she doesn't understand what I'm saying.
He could be a Democrat. You don't know.
Oh, please.
I'm just saying. We can't.
I'm just putting it out there. You over here coming out there. You think like you're flexing. My wife is here saying that, I don't care what your wife is thinking. Obviously, she doesn't understand what I have to say. Sir, thank you for being here, though. Go ahead, Mel. What were you saying? I'm sorry.
Okay, let's go with Big Diesel. He says it's called accountability. We need to count our issues first before we blame others. Okay.
No, but you want to count. No. Let's reverse, bro.
Uh-oh.
Let's reverse, bro. All right, but you want to be an uncle to the white T people instead of caring about our own. That's what you want to do. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it right now. We hold ourselves accountable because we got uncles like you telling us every day on the internet how we unaliving ourselves. So we don't need the white T people to help us out because you're here. You understand? We hold ourselves accountable every day. You just don't like the fact that we calling out our white T brothers and sisters and saying, hey, you need to hold yourself accountable. You need to hold your community accountable because statistically, there's more unalivement happening under you guys than us. But you want to be an I get it. Kiss up. Be part of that.
So we have an update here. James, as I figured, says his wife is Spanish and black. So you have to make a correction.
God.
You
So
have
we
to
got
make
an
a you
anti,
have to make a
we got an
correction. You
anti-Lucas.
assume she was white, so
Well,
you have
she's
to fix that.
Latino, right? Did he say he's Spanish? She's Spanish?
And black, yeah, that's what he
Oh,
said.
please. You know damn straight she's falling in line with her Spanish side.
Oh, you
We
don't.
know what
Oh
time we on.
God.
We know
Okay.
what time we on. You know this is a caring about because you don't understand our Latino brothers and sisters, right? Are now recognizing the white T sides more than the black side. You understand what I'm saying? Because it was predominantly our Latino brothers and sisters that was like, oh no, we can't vote for Kamala. She ain't black. She ain't black. We can't have that. We want a white T man. So I'm 100%
Oh my
sure
God.
that his wife is falling in line behind her Latino size, right? So she doesn't understand what it's like to be a black woman. Because if you understood what it would like to
Oh
be a
my
black woman
God.
in America, then you understand what 92% of us are
We're
saying.
talking about the border,
No,
though.
no, no. Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me
We're
finish.
talking
The
about the
fact- no, no, no,
border.
no,
How do we get on black and white people?
Stop. Let's stop. The fact of the matter is 92%
Oh
of black
my
women
God,
voted for
man.
Kamala. That's the facts. The facts is that black women, true black women who understand the black experience and know what we're going through, voted for Kamala. Everybody else, sis and brothers, y'all uncling and auntie for the other side. Enjoy that side. I'm not hating if that's what you want to do, but don't come to me as a black woman and tell me how I'm supposed to feel and think because you don't understand what 92%, let's remember that number, is going through. Go ahead, Mel, as you were saying.
I was saying, God bless America, home of the goddamn brave. That's
Well, it's
it.
not home of the free,
All
though.
right.
It's not
Huh?
home. It's not. Apparently, it's not home. Thank you for saying that. It's not home of the free. It may be home of the brave, but it's definitely not home for the free. That part needs to be taken out. Those words need to be thrown out. It's home for the rich. It's home
James
for the
said
self-made.
James says his wife is a high school math teacher on top of her game. Tell her I said
I'm a,
shout out to your wife, James. Tell her shout
you
out
want
to
to tell me?
her.
You want to tell me what I am? I'm an advocate. I'm also a political leader, right?
Mm.
I'm also a content creator. I'm also press. I have a media pass like Mel. Like I'm also masters. I have a master's program. I have an undergrad in psychology. Let's talk. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. But I also understand as a black woman in America that I have to stand for what is best for me and my fellow black women. And what's happening in the current administration is not good for us. So congratulations to your wife, but she doesn't understand what it's like to be a true black woman in America. That's what I'm saying. There's no hate. There's no hate. Hey, be happy with yourself, but don't act like you understand what we're going through because you don't. That's what I'm saying.
I would advise you, and this is my personal advice, when we get off, I want you to put on Marvin Gaye, What's Going On?
I love
You,
me some Marvin Gaye.
you need to
No
listen
purpose to
to
prove.
some
Yes, no purpose to prove.
unity. I
I am united. Let me tell
you
you
need
something.
a you
I'm gonna
probably need
say
a
this.
tranquilizer.
No, I do not need to tell you. You the nerve. I come here because I
I'm
want to.
just messing with you.
I
You
want
know I'm
no. I
messing.
come here because I want to be extreme in your show, right? I have a separate channel, which is Mama Flip Slot channel, and which a lot of panelists that comes on my live are actually MAGA supporters. They voted for Trump, they love Trump, and everything like that. And we have great conversations. Every once in a while, I go on TikTok and have conversation with MAGA supporters. We talk about each other. We agree to disagree. You understand? What people don't understand is that when we had former President Biden, you guys called us sheeps and snakes and liars and crybabies and clutching your pearls. You called us every name under the sun. Every disgusting analogy was thrown at us and stuff like that. You called us every single thing. Now that we are reversing the role, you guys don't like it. And that's the problem right here. Because Donald Trump, one thing I could give Donald Trump a compliment. Would you like me to compliment Donald Trump?
Yeah, give him a nice
The
compliment.
compliment for Donald Trump is that he allows people to be their true selves. We no longer have to be polite. We don't no longer have to kiss nobody behind. We could be our true self. We could tell y'all to kiss our behind and smile in your faces because we don't have to worry about that because Donald Trump has made it okay. Right? We no longer have to do anything. But you guys are crying now because we are now telling you to kiss our behind because of what y'all did. But you weren't mad when you were telling us that every single day for 4 years, right? Y'all didn't care, right? And when he was president, y'all forgot how y'all treated the rest of us. Oh, cry, baby, cry. Oh, cry, baby, look at y'all crying and stuff like that. Oh, my president is the best president. You see what he's doing? Why are you guys lying? Y'all forget 4 years, more than for 10 years of heartache and what? It's this. What? This year is 10 years. 10 years since he walked down the escalators. You guys has been making our lives a miserable hell. And now you guys are mad at us because we're telling you the truth, how we feel. Just accept it. Love your guy. Love him. Support him. Love him. Tell us how wonderful he is on a daily basis. That's your guy. But we're going to tell you that you guys are full of crap, right? And we just agree to disagree. It's okay. I'm not taking your love away from him. Do y'all. I'm telling you. You guys did amazing, man. Y'all voted him, man. God bless y'all, man. Boy, what? What? Y'all didn't clap. I didn't clap on that one. I did that. Voted him in twice? Oh, that was unheard of.
Lord.
Oh, that was unheard of. God bless y'all. Blessings. But
well,
yeah,
we reached our time. Let's see here. We're going to take one more comment. Big Diesel says, do you support Black politicians who support open borders?
No Black politicians support open borders. No politicians who's running for office, right, support open borders. That's the trick that most people don't understand, that I understand, because part of the political. Give me one. No, Mel. Give me one Black politician. One politician who support open borders. Name one who support open borders. Because if they supported open borders, they wouldn't be in politics. Because they're not accepting that, right? America have certain standards that it appreciates, right? They may say, okay, you know something? I want to leave room for asylum seekers. Or they may say that I want the kids that came in here illegally, I want to give them protection since they're born here. They may say that. But there's no politician, just throw some names, that came out and say, I believe in open borders and everybody could come into the United States. Even Black folks, and this is another thing that Unc doesn't understand, right? Because Unc want to talk about how he don't understand. You don't think that Black people feel the same way? White people?
How do you just give him a name? How you just call him Unc like that?
Because he's Unc. Because he act like we don't.
His name is Big Diesel. Big Diesel.
Big Diesel, Uncle Big Diesel. You don't think that I know that our Black folks also have a problem with borders? I told you I'm Haitian descent. Do you know how many Haitians voted for Donald Trump the first time around because they were mad at Hillary? Do you know how many Haitians I spoke to that says that they don't want Haitians to come here illegally, even though they brought their mistresses and they brought their nieces in here illegally to take care of their kids and to clean up their houses? You think I don't know? You guys want to live in a false reality. We're talking about real things that's happening here. You understand? We're talking about things that we actually know real time, living in this world, living actually and paying attention. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So there's no politicians that's out here in America saying that we want open borders. None. And Black folks is as bad. There's two issues that Black folks fall in line with white folks.
Is this all Black folks?
Not all Black people, but a good amount of them. The transgender issue with the bathroom, right? And the border control. Those are the two things that I hear constantly from Black folks. Is like, well, you know, I am a Democrat and stuff like that. Well, I don't like Donald Trump, but you know, if you really want to talk about it, I don't want everybody coming to the United States. And you know, transgender people should not have the same sports as women. Like, this is the two things that Black folks are talking about every single day. Like, why are we acting like we don't think that Black folks think the same way as white folks when it comes to that? So don't act like I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, Unc. I get it.
Oh my God. It's Big Diesel.
Uncle Big Diesel.
All right. So I think we reached our time.
James, you're welcome. You're so sweet. James, no hard feelings. I want to let everybody know before I go.
James is an attorney, so you probably see him at the courthouse.
Hey James. And when you come, give me a hug. Listen. Me and Mel have a show going on. Now, I'm not lying about my feelings when it comes to politics and other stuff. I am giving you my truth. However, with that said, what I'm doing here is a dramatization, an extreme measure of what I feel. I do have or associate. I don't know if I no. I do have loved ones that are mega. That's my friend family that love me for
Are
years.
you MAGA?
No, I'm definitely not mega.
Oh,
Hell,
okay. Okay.
but I also have associates who are
Thank
mega.
you, cowboy.
Right? I do have associates who are MAGA. I think I told you the story about this one. Did I tell you the story about this one guy every year that's in my office that give me a hug every New Year's to wish me Happy New Year's in my
Nope.
office? He's the
Nope.
only one every New Year's Eve before we leave the last day. He's the only one for many, many years that would give me a hug and tell me Happy New Year's. And for the last 10 years, he has Fox News on his screen. You understand what I'm saying? And I'll just say his first initial is J. So if you've ever seen this, he knows that I appreciate him. There's a lot of people in my office that loves Trump and support Trumps, and a lot of people know that I'm a part of Democrats. But
And
you know,
you're a high-ranking official in New York, right? You're big time.
I'm
That a
pretty
lot of
big. I'm pretty big in New York. I'm
yeah,
pretty big
yeah,
in New
yeah,
York.
yeah.
So I want you guys to understand that a lot of stuff that I say is real. It's not that I'm lying to you guys, but I go the extreme in order to get a reaction. But I do feel that Donald Trump is a detriment to the country. I do feel that he could have been a lot better if he came in here as the apprentice president, wanted to unite people and help people. We wouldn't be where we are today. I think the fact that he got rid of all these journals and he put a Fox host as a head of Department of Defense was a travesty. You have what's her name? Christine Nome having an affair with Corey.
Lord have mercy.
They're having an affair and they're both married. I didn't even know they were both married. I didn't even know that his wife, I believe his wife Alice Corey, wife Allison, lost her first husband in the 9/11 tragedy, and she married him. They have 4 kids, and he's just tapping Christy Nome's tail.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Over the
It's time.
come on
I
now. These are the
think
people.
we've entered the twilight zone now. So
No, Mel, you know that's true. They talked about that. And by the way, she did
wow.
deny. Was it me and you were talking about it? You said that somebody said that she did not deny she did not deny actually having an affair with Corey. She did deny it, and it's a lie. People are coming out and saying that she and Corey has having an affair and stuff like that for a while now. So what I'm saying is these are the people that he's placing in office. He's not taking this job seriously. If he could just take this job seriously and put competent people in office, I will not like it that he's here, but at least I could form some type of respect. Right now, it's a clown show. It's a clown show. Give me one
So
representative.
wait a minute. He's supposed to know what everybody's capable of
He
doing?
knows damn well he doesn't care because he did it all. He cheated.
Oh
He
my
had
goodness. Jesus
he
Christ.
had Storm. He had Storm, right? Right? He touched the
Okay,
cat.
okay.
You understand
This
what
is
I'm saying?
going too far left. We're not talking about the border anymore. So
What I'm saying is
that's enough for tonight. I think we reached our climax tonight.
you see, you said the C
Would
word.
you
You should be
would you like to close out and say something hopefully positive?
the positive. Thank you so much for everybody for coming. Congratulations, y'all voted him in. You guys should be proud of yourselves because y'all accomplished something. At the end of the day, even no matter what I say, you guys should be happy that you guys got what you want, right? No matter what anybody say, because when I get my Democratic president, I'm going to be celebrating. So you guys should be happy. With that says come responsibility. So anything that happens during these terms, that's including the unaliving of young people as a result of a war that he promised he wouldn't get us into, is your responsibility too. Just like everything that my former president did was the Democrats' responsibility, because that's what you guys said. So at the end of the day, thank you so much for being here. It was a pleasure. Please come to my channel, Mama Flip Slots channel, because I'm still trying to get up to 10,000 subscribers. Okay. And thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. We
The
want to thank
accuracy
everybody.
is out of control. Sorry, man. You put it out there. Stop putting these people over here so I can read their words. But go ahead.
Okay, all right. So thank you guys for tuning in today. It's been quite the show, and I see a lot of people had some comments of interest. I saw a lot of new names tonight, so that's pretty good. I saw a lot of regulars. A lot of people like to come and enjoy Mama Flips. In fact, they gave you a new name, right, Brian? Mama Flips a lot.
I mean, why? Oh, what? You can't
Mama
change my
Flips a
name.
lot.
It's Mama Flip, period. You can't change my name, Mama Flip a lot.
Mama Flips a lot.
Who
Okay,
gave
all
me that
right.
name? Who gave me that name?
So I'm not sure. I think I may have read it wrong from Brian. I'm not sure. But at any rate,
Said MAGA,
tomorrow.
somebody said MAGA Flip a lot. That's what they said. MAGA Flip.
Oh,
They
MAGA
changed
Flips a
Mama to
lot.
MAGA. I saw that one.
Okay, all
But
right.
thank you so
Okay,
much,
so
everybody, for
everything's been fixed.
watching. Really.
So tomorrow we typically have news at noon every day, folks. At 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time tomorrow, I will be in Washington D.C. meeting with the mayor, so I will not
Really?
be going live on Saturday. I'll be hanging out with Tasha K and quite a few people. So, quite a few busy days coming up. But next week we'll be back to schedule. I will be back on Sunday night at 7 p.m. to have the show with Calvin Johnson, the criminal defense attorney. So thank you very much. Shout out to you, Big Diesel. This is the first time I think you've been here. We have David Mead. We have quite a few names I haven't seen. Eric, good to see you coming back. It's a good thing I often miss when you're not around. Eric has sharp thoughts too, and I thank you for that. So, good night, everybody. Thank you. Thank you to all the moderators. Thank you, Gold Digger. Thank you, Stella. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Brian. Thank you to my cousin, New Jerseyan, and everybody, especially James. We have an attorney, big supporter of Watching the World 777, and his amazing wife. Shout out to you. Nice to have both you guys in the presence of good people. Don't be discouraged tonight. I know Mama Flips was going a little bit.
Ask your question, please. I'm trying to wave. I know we're trying to.
You ended. Hold on. You ended your. You
No, but I
ended
want to
your.
know who you meeting. You just threw something at us. You said you're meeting the mayor. Just how you gonna throw something at us without explaining? Which mayor? Democratic, Republican mayor? Why are you going to DC? What's happening? Or do you want to tell us when you come back?
Oh my God! You ended your show.
I know, but you just threw a T right here and said that you're going to DC to meet the mayor. Like, come on. How you going to throw that at us without telling us what's going on?
Oh, I'm just going to have a meeting. I'm trying to get to the White House, so this is all a part of my process. That's the best that I could be able to tell you at this point. But I will give more information when I come back. All right. Very good.
Mm.
Would you like to?
You in once they know that I'm on your channel. I'm just saying you're gonna have to get rid of me before they let you in.
Oh, okay. You think it's that serious? You think it's that serious?
Okay.
Huh? Okay.
Oh, yeah. They're gonna
All
look
right.
at you like, who did get rid of her? Then you can meet them.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna give you one more minute.
All right. Bye. That's it. That's it. I just wanted to know who you were meeting.
No. I want you to give a little bit more. Go for another round.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I just said congratulations on meeting the mayor. I'm very excited for you. I'm looking forward to you coming back and telling us what's going on. Please don't drop these type of teas at the end of the show. Drop it in the middle so I could ask you questions. And good night. Have a safe trip. Get back safely. Have fun. Also, Tasha K is on some shit, so I'm not gonna talk about her because she's your friend.
Oh my God! Please. Okay.
That's it.
All right. Okay. Thank you. All right, guys. Have a good night. This has been a great night. Oh my goodness, the comments are going crazy. We really didn't get a chance to get into Nancy Guthrie the way I wanted to. I forgot all about that, but we'll have to cover that next time. Shout out to everybody. Have a good night. Mama Flips is really on a different level tonight. She's really going in. But you okay?
They want the link. Okay, they want next time, Mama. Can I get the link? Is Mama Flip slots? Hold on, don't hang up. I'm going to give it to you right now. Don't hang up, Mel. They want the link. Hold on a second.
Okay.
Sorry about that. They asked for it. Hold on. Oh my God. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Let me give you the link. Thank you for asking. Oh my.
Okay, she put the link in there for you already.
Oh, she did? Okay, thank you.
Stella did.
Thank you,
All right.
Stella. Thank you so much. Mwah. Thank you, Stella. Sorry about that. Go ahead. I will quiet.
You okay?
I'm sorry. I know she's your friend. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I wish her the best. I hope everything works out.
All right. Very good. This is not about Tasha K. So,
No, I wish
all
everything
right.
worked out.
Okay. So, thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Let me go ahead and end before Mama Flips butt in again. You know, she can't help herself. You all right? Okay. Ooh, man, oh man. All right. Good night, everybody. Thanks for tuning in and watching the world. We'll see you guys Sunday night at 7 p.m. I will be going live too throughout the weekend, but officially the next show we have is going to be Sunday night at 7 p.m. Thank you so much. You're far too kind, and I really enjoy each and every one of you. Have a good night. Thank you, Mama Flips, for coming on. Thanks.
Bye, guys.
Different voices, but the same song. Building a world where we all belong. Kindness leading the way, breaking the chains. In the symphony of love, the theme remains. Embracing diversity, brighter days in sight. Watching the world sharing love and light. Hearts beating as one in our peaceful flight. Colors of harmony, painting the night. United we stand in love's pure might. Watching the world sharing love and light. Hearts beating as one in our peaceful flight. The colors of harmony, painting the night. United we stand in love's pure might.